Alright, what up guys? Today I'm doing another Overwatch video, and today we're going to be talking about Mercy. Again, this isn't for like MLG pros or anything like that. This is just really for new players and players that maybe play the game a lot but just started playing Mercy and just want to know a little bit about her and how to use her abilities and stuff like that. So right here, guys, this is Mercy, just in case you're wondering, and then I'm just going to talk about some characters that can give her trouble. And pretty much every character that she faces will give her trouble. So that's pretty easy to understand, I think. Alright guys, right here we're going to look at her primary weapon and her abilities. So right here she has a staff that heals allies or can boost their damage. She also has a blaster, which is a backup thing just in case she has to shoot somebody. Her ultimate will revive everyone around her that's in a radius, and then she can glide forward to different characters and decrease her descent if you hit L2. So right here, guys, I'm just going to show your abilities and what they do pretty much. So right here, this is her primary weapon right here, and this is her secondary, the little handgun. It does pretty good damage, so you know, you can kill people with Mercy, but you're usually not going to end up killing people. Your main job is to either heal somebody or to boost their damage, pretty much. And you can use L1 to like get to that player faster as well. And then her ultimate ability will res people that's in that radius. And right there you see there's one person down that I can res, so I res that person. So let's get into some gameplay right here. Now, Mercy's main job is to, again, heal somebody or boost their damage. Her job is not to kill anybody. You're not going to get that many kills with Mercy. But the hard part is, if you're playing with a team that like spreads out, it's really hard to heal everybody. So what you really want to do if you're just playing in a solo queue and you just want to get better with her, just try to stick to one person, and as you're playing, just look for other players that you can heal and boost up and stuff like that. Now, a good character that you should boost up is like a Junkrat. You can make him do a lot of damage. A McCree you should boost up as well. A soldier you should boost up. Any sniper, like anybody really. A Genji's kind of hard because he's usually off on his own doing his own thing, but anybody that likes to stick behind, you want to make sure you boost them, like a like I said, like a McCree or you know, a soldier, a Junkrat, yada yada yada. So right here with a good Mercy, what you really want to do is keep your distance and just heal people from afar the best you can, and build your super as fast as you can. Now, what a lot of people do, especially in ranked games, once they have their ultimate, they just like stay in a corner and hide until their team tries to rush a point or whatever, and if the team dies on that point, she can rush in and just heal everybody. As you see right here, I'm trying to, you know, heal everybody and boost, you know, people in between me healing someone. So right here, I see there's two players down, and you know, I think we're doing a good job, and you know, so I decide to res the Reinhardt and the Genji, hoping they could finish off the rest of the other team that's over here on this point. So that's why I res, but unfortunately it didn't work out for us. But that happens, and I'm not really the kind of Mercy that stays in the way back or anything like that. I you know, like I said, in ranked games, when a Mercy gets her ultimate, she just hides in the corner, waits until her team pushes, like a point or whatever, and then if they all die, she can run in there and res everybody, and really help out a fight that you lost into a fight that you can win. So right here, like I said, I rush in here because I know that we're doing a really good job of taking over this point. So I rush in, I heal everybody, and then I take cover and try to heal as many players as I can. And then with Hanzo, you want to make sure you boost him if he doesn't need health. Again, he can do a lot of damage as well if you got a good Hanzo. Same thing with McCreed. It's just choosing whether to heal someone is probably more important than boosting them for the most part. But again, just switching in between here and there, it's a good idea. But it just takes practice. Sometimes you're going to be healing somebody when you should be boosting them, and sometimes you're going to boost somebody when you should be healing them, and they're going to die because of that. But you know, just try your best. Again, the Mercy's main job is just to heal people, and if you're on a team that again is spread out, you're not going to be that effective. But again, if you're in a solo queue, just try to pick one or two players that seem to be sticking together and just try to heal them instead of trying to heal everybody. And again, make sure you boost people when they don't need to be healed. So right here we have a rogue hog that people aren't paying attention to, so I'm trying to go after him and do damage to him. But unfortunately it doesn't work out for me, and most of the time it's not going to work out for you. But the team wasn't paying attention, and they weren't concentrating on that there was a rogue hog behind us. So right here, guys, again, I'm just doing my best to heal everybody. I see there's a sentry turret right there, so I take care of that. But like I said, there's not much to talk about a Mercy. She's not hard to play with. All you have to do is heal and boost people when you can. And right here, we're just not really doing a very good job of moving this car forward. But I mean, that happens when you're in a solo queue and stuff like that. You're going to be playing with people not playing with mics, or they just don't want to talk, or they just want to do their own thing. But if you do have a Reinhardt, it's really good to boost people instead of heal them, because a Reinhardt should protect them for the most part. And like I said before, people you should focus on boosting is like a Junkrat, or even better, a soldier. That's a person, if I have a soldier on my team and I'm playing as a Mercy, I make sure I boost him, and I try to stick with him the best I can and boost him, because he can do a lot of damage if he can aim. And again, with Mercy, you just want to stay out of sight so you know other players can't shoot you.
Enemy contact.
And right here, again, you want to stick with the team. If they start moving forward, you want to move forward with them. And again, don't forget about your L1, which kind of boosts you forward so you can get to them faster and stuff like that. Also, it's a good way to escape from other enemy players that are trying to shoot you. And right here, I'm trying to stick with this soldier. Like I said before, if you boost him, he can do a lot of damage and stuff like that. Unfortunately, there's a Junkrat, and the soldier just leaves me behind, or I think he died right there, but yeah. And again, if you can, boost the Reaper, so he can do a lot of damage when you boost him as well. He does a lot of damage anyways when he's up close, so again, if you're in a solo queue, just try to pick one person. If everyone's trying to spread out, or if one guy's trying to go into attack, try to help him out. But your best bet is to try to stay in cover as much as you can when you're trying to heal somebody or boost them or whatever. So like I said, I'm just trying to stick with this Reaper and trying to boost him as my other team moves in on the point. So I make sure I do my best to heal people and boost people, and that's pretty much your main job. And right here I see the Hanzo ultimate, so I have my ultimate ready just in case anyone died, but no one died right there, so I didn't get to use it. But yeah, it's always good to, I would say you should practice with a Mercy, just because most people don't want to play as Mercy because she doesn't kill anybody. So it's kind of boring playing as Mercy. But it is good to know how to play with a Mercy. And it does take skill and knowing when to heal somebody and stuff like that. It does take, time and practice to get really good with a Mercy. And if you are bad at the game, Mercy's really a good character for you because people can't really put too much blame on you. Your main job is just to heal people. And right there's a Reaper, so I can, I was like, oh shit, this guy doesn't see that there's a fucking Reaper spawning on to him right there. So I switched over to my weapon to give him the idea maybe he would see me shooting at somebody, and which he did. And then unfortunately right here he gets hooked, and then I have a Junkrat on me that just kills me right away. But unfortunately for me, people are on this left side, and every time I try to go left to be with the group of my teammates, they weren't close enough where I could grab onto them and stuff like that. And here's another example of when you should use your ultimate ability, is when you're trying to take over a control point, and as you see right there, I revive like 3 players or something like that, and that can really change the outcome of the fight that you just lost. But again, sometimes you want to res multiple people. That's your main objective. But sometimes you want to res like one person. Sometimes when you're going into a fight and one guy dies, you might want to res them just because you might be winning that fight. So it takes time and practice to understand that. For example, like if you're going into a fight and the Reinhardt dies right away, you might want to res that Reinhardt because he can protect the whole team and stuff like that. That's like one example, I guess. And right here, you see me, I'm trying to boost this Pharah right here because she can do a lot of damage if she hits her targets. And unfortunately, that Reaper just rushes in and gets away, and I'm trying to heal him, and then I'm like in the middle of everything. I'm like, oh shit. But I'm able to stick with them and get away from the middle of the control point. And like I was saying, right there I could res that Reinhardt, but I saw that more characters were going in, so I res this one guy. Now I res him because I got trapped by the Junkrat trap. So I was like, oh, I'm going to die anyway, so might as well use my super right here, even though it was just for one person. But it ended up working out for us, and we won that map. And again, Mercy, if you're wondering, what map is she good on, or what map is she effective on, she's just effective on any map. All you got to do is heal people. So again, she's really good on any team, really, on any map, except for maybe control maps, because I will say probably not control maps. Other than that, she's good on any map, but control maps no, because there's this one area where everyone has to go to. So right here, you just see me, I'm trying my best to heal everybody, and I see a soldier right there, so I make sure I boost him, but again, at the same time, you want to make sure you're out of sight of the enemy so they can't, snipe you or anything like that. But that can be hard to do, and, again, that'll just take practice and time of, you playing with Mercy to understand where it's a good spot for you to camp at and stuff like that. That's just going to take practice. Unfortunately, right here, everyone left the cart that you have to push forward, so I kind of stuck around it so I could push it forward, but that's really not the job of a Mercy, for sure. And again, you just want to look around, make sure. It can be kind of hard to play as Mercy because you got to be constantly looking around to see who needs to be healed and stuff like that. But every now and then you can take care of enemies that they don't happen to see, like your other teammates, and you can just switch to your weapon. Don't be afraid to switch to your weapon and use it. I use it all the time, and even though it's hard to kill enemies, you can still get kills. Now with the Tracer, you're probably gonna have a really hard time, but lucky enough for me, a soldier came back here, and you know, the Tracer wandered off somewhere else. Here comes the soldier back. He's a good soldier. He's paying attention to what's going on and stuff like that. But I stick around with this Hanzo, hoping he would take care of that that character he's trying to kill. But yeah, there's, like I said before, there's not really much to talk about. You know, your main job is just to go around healing everybody. If you want, and it's not an easy thing to do. A lot of people, oh, just play Mercy, she's easy. She's not. Trying to heal everybody and boost people and pay attention to where everyone is fucking hard. It's definitely not an easy character to play with, especially when you can't really do any damage. You might get bored pretty fast. So right here, I'm trying to heal this Reinhardt. I see one character die. I know we're making, you know, a good push right here, but I decided to wait because it's just one character, and I have a Reinhardt right here, so I think we should be okay. And you know, by the time they get up, they should be behind us. And right here, a Reinhardt dies and a soldier. So I'm like, well, there's not many other characters behind us or in front of us, so I'm guessing they're coming up behind us right now. So that's when I decided to use my ultimate, and it works out for us. Now, sometimes it's not going to work out. Maybe they would have died or whatever, but you see that when we rest, especially with the Reinhardt, we're able to push that thing in. But again, that's just a judgment call, and you just got to see how the game's going, and you know, it's just, you gotta play with Mercy to understand those situations and stuff like that. But I will say, if you have a Reinhardt, it's really good to res them. And again, I had a soldier right there to res as well. Now, if you have a Bastion, again, you want to boost the Bastion as much as you can. But again, I'm trying to make sure I stick around and heal everyone that I can. Now, right there, the reason why I just healed that one guy is because the walk over here will take a long time, and so I decided, well, you know, we're doing pretty good. I could probably get my ultimate back pretty fast here, so I decided to res him so he didn't have to walk all the way back over here. But fortunately for us, we do have Symmetra, so she can have a teleport. She probably has it up by now, so they probably are using the teleport anyways. And again, I'm trying to really stick with this Bastion just because it's a Bastion. He can do a lot of damage anyways. And he pops his ultimate, so I make sure he stays alive and boost him when he doesn't need help. And again, guys, it's just about, you know, understanding Mercy, and how to play with her, and you know, making sure you stay in cover for the most part. You don't really want to go out there. Right there's a soldier, so I, you know, pulled out my pistol real fast, did some damage to him, not a lot, but enough to help kill him anyways. And then, you know, I keep, you know, healing other people and boosting them, and that's pretty much it, guys. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Again, hopefully it was helpful. Again, I appreciate the view if you did watch it. You know, and I really do. I hope it helps you out just a little bit. But again, Mercy's not really that hard of a character to understand or anything like that. But definitely play as her, and you know, it's worth it. It's definitely a challenge when you're trying to heal everybody and boost them and stuff like that. But she is a lot of fun, and I do enjoy playing as a Mercy. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll check you guys out later.